I think I speak for so many people right now, which is we've been through hell the last 2 days. And I am finding that the more I watch television, almost the less I know. We've hit an inflection point. If I see John King with that stupid map one more time, tell me about a district that hasn't come in yet in some part of the country I've never heard of where there's 6 votes, maybe, I'm going to start hitting people, just randomly hitting people. So tell me, first of all, we are taping this. It is 11:30 a.m., and it is Thursday. And so things may have changed dramatically by the time people watch this tonight. Do you think it's possible that we could have I'm not going to call them the winner, but the major networks call a winner in this presidential contest today? Could that happen?
It could happen today. I'll tell you, the network, so it's a very weird cycle. And I'll just say, compared to 4 years ago this week, I'd take this scenario as exhausting and as tedious as it is over what happened 4 years ago. Because I'll tell you, the view from both the Biden orbit and the Trump orbit is that Joe Biden is most likely the next president of the United States. Yeah. So a Trump source told me yesterday that these lawsuits, because other than the map, that's the other thing we're talking about on TV, that these lawsuits are mostly designed and ordered up by the client, who's Donald Trump. And if you remember when his fixer Michael Cohen testified, you know, who had the job of bringing a lot of lawsuits for Donald Trump when he was a private citizen, they're usually without cause, without merit. They're punitive. They're to settle scores or to settle grudges. In Donald Trump's mind, I think they are to save him or spare him from the humiliation of rejection, which, you know, folks that have followed his personal life know that that is the thing he fears more than anything. I don't think he's afraid of not being in charge of the country. I think he's afraid of being rejected.
He is petrified of losing. Nobody likes to lose. I can speak personally. You do get used to it. Grow accustomed to it in time. It becomes a part of life. But he fears it greatly. And I think what he really wants to do, in my opinion, is throw up a lot of dust. And I think what the Trump strategy now is, most likely I do not get a second term. But what I want all of my followers to think is that we were robbed. And it's it's a bloody shirt that he and his people and his family can wave for the next 20 years with whatever they're doing. And that's what it feels like this is all set up for.
That's what it is. But that's how he governed as president when he won. When he won, it was all about getting robbed. When he won 4 years ago, instead of being honored and humbled and reading for the first time and listening for the first time, he spent 4 years talking about being robbed and investigated and attacked. He never slid into the role. This will be a much more comfortable adjustment to actually be rejected and to actually make up a cover story for it than it was for him to have won 4 years ago. I mean, he never made that leap. So I think that the flip side of this, which people in my line of work are doing a real, I think, injustice in not spending as much attention talking about, is that, yes, Donald Trump has most likely been rejected. Joe Biden has most likely won after losing the first 3 Democratic primary contests spectacularly, after being left for dead politically by the Democratic elite, by the media. He went on to have this incredible victory in the South Carolina primary. He then had really, you talk about landslides and waves. He had a landslide wave victory in Super Tuesday. And then to beat a Republican in this age of Fox News, we talk about Fox because they're sort of the tallest building in that universe, but there's a whole fake news ecosystem that we will look back in a few years and find it remarkable that anybody could get through and win in this kind of political climate.